How's she going this morning, guys? Yep, heading on down the road. Big Blue. Got the loader on. Got the disc on. So we're heading out to that chunk of land I was saying earlier in a few videos back, how we picked up this other 55 acre piece. So we're gonna go disc her down. Normally I would not have the loader on, except there's one big rock out there and I don't think I'd be able to lift it, and that's why the bucket's on. So we can roll the son of a bitch into the bucket and then get it off the field, and then I'll take the bucket off for the rest of the disc down. So let's get out there and see if this is gonna work or not, how well. We may end up having to get a cultivator, a deep till with spikes on, and then go in and disc after that, but we'll find out. There's only one way to find out. With the rain we had, the ground should be soft enough that I should be able to cut in pretty good with this medium duty disc. So catch you out there. Alrighty, well, we're out here in the field. I'm gonna get this rock picked off here right away. He's right there. Lift them out of the friggin' ground with this loader. Yeah, he's a little bit of a big bastard. Never got him. Try and get it so the tines on the bucket work in my favor. Got them rolled up now, at least. He's in the bucket there now. So we'll take him and dump him off. I don't know where the rock piles are out in this field, but I'm assuming they're just dumping them in the freaking tree row. I really don't know for sure, but anyways, there should be plenty enough moisture for us to cut in really good. This is not a true established hay field by any means. It was just seeded last year, so some areas where it is heavier on the alfalfa side will be tougher pulling, I'm sure, and then other areas where it's not established will pull a lot easier. But we got to do something out here, get one pass done, give it a week or so, then come back and do a second pass. So that's the idea anyway. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. We're gonna dump this rock off and we're gonna get rid of the bucket, and then we'll get to discing. Talk to you in a little while. Alrighty guys, so we made one pass around the field. You can see that up there. We've made one cut. Now why am I driving right on top of it? Well, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna scroll, and that's what a second pass would look like. Makes a hell of a difference. So on the opening pass, there's some stuff that never got cut on the west side of this field. So I'm gonna hit that 2 times. The very first pass, 2 times around, I'm hitting it 2 times. And actually there was a bit of a driveway down this side, on the east side. Excuse me. So I'm gonna hit that driveway. My first pass, I said, nah, I'm not gonna cut through it. Nah. Once I got halfway down, I changed my mind, and now we are gonna cut through it. There's the trail right there. And that's what she's doing in that driveway trail. Pretty sweet, I'd say. So yeah, I'm not allowed to cut that stuff out there, that first 20, 30 feet, because in organics, that's the pollinator strip. So on the east side and the west side, I have to leave a pollinator strip. And personal opinion is that should be plowed down and redone. Get rid of the weeds in the pollinator strip, because what are the weeds going to do? They're going to mature, because we're not allowed to cut them and bale it. So the weeds are going to mature, they're going to drop seed, they're going to blow seed around, and those weed seeds are always going to be in the damn fields. That's my personal opinion. I understand the pollinator strips, but if they're loaded with weeds, the pollinator strip kind of defeats the purpose, in my eyes. Anyways, we're plowing this sucker down, and I'll probably be here for the better part of the day. Anywho, I'll let you guys go. We'll bring you back here a little bit later on. Alrighty guys, well, we're still plugging along out here, obviously, but she's working up not bad. It'll be a big difference when we hit it a second time. We're cutting her northwest to southeast. Not perfectly northwest southeast, but in that general vicinity. Anyway, there she is. I'm trying to take wide corners when I get to my ends and leave the machine down to help it chew on the headlands. Especially on this end back here, because that was the heavier alfalfa side. Another reason why I'm cutting it the angle that I am, because when the landowner was on seeding it last year, they seeded it directly north and south and left furrows. So when you're on this ground, you're bouncing through those furrows, and I want to break those up also. When we come in here and when we end up reseed this to hay, I want to have a smooth field, not just for cutting, but also for picking them bales. Not that the truck is bouncing over them furrows and the tractors are bouncing over those furrows, so on, so forth. So yeah, it's a little bouncy. Give you some disking action. And I don't know how many acres we've done yet, but I don't know, 10 or 12, maybe 15. It's just after 12 o'clock. So we started here at 10:30. Excuse me. So I'm basing it at approximately 10 acres per hour. So we got about 15 acres disc down so far. And yeah, we never took out that post. That's the marker. That's the marker post for the acreage over there. So some of this ground is actually on the acreage people's property. Anyways, continue on, continue on. We'll talk to you guys later. That's a big one. That's a big one. Yep, we found another big one, guys. Just about got her wrapped up here. I don't know, another 5-ish acres. But there's areas of this field that are gonna have to be hit a few times. Drop her down. Oh, that's a big hole now. We'll have to get the bucket out here and move a little bit of dirt around, fill that hole in. So the one thing about disking this down right now, like, it was lots of weeds out here. If you guys go back in our videos from the summertime when we were cutting and baling, this field, it had some nice hay in it, but it also had a lot of weeds in it. And we cut it, baled it off. Now the grass, the alfalfa, the weeds, it's all real green, as you can see. So that'll act as a green manure by plowing it in, breaking it down, plowing it into the ground, and hopefully this will work for us. Definitely a different type of soil. It's not as black over here on this side of the field as it is on the far side over there. And, well, the crop showed it, because this side of the field was heavier weeds and the other side of the field was heavier alfalfa. But anyways, we are getting her. We'll have to, I'll probably end up disking this sucker at least 3 times this fall, just to get it the way I want it. So yeah. And good thing I still got the bucket out here so I could come back and pick that bastard rock, because he's a big one. We are down and we are good to go. My line might not be perfectly straight, but who the hell cares? We're just disking away. As long as we're in the ground and turning up soil, that's all that I care about. Anywho, yeah, there'll be a few video clips as the fall progresses here on this field with me being out here disking away. But you guys tell me if I'm doing the right thing. The plan for this is to actually get it seeded back into hay as soon as possible, possibly as early as this spring coming. I also want to put in an oat triticale mix in the spring out here. And then we'll broadcast our alfalfa grass on top of that. That's my plan. But every perfect plan is subject to change. So, anywho, I'm gonna let you guys go for now. I'll bring you back when I'm done. Talk to you then. Alrighty, guys. Well, the wind is up a little bit, so it's gonna dry this stuff down. Ugh. Knees are sore from sitting in the tractor. But anywho,
You know, when you got the alfalfa stuff and the clovers, it didn't pull them out 100%, but it did not bad. Get those roots turned up, kill some of the stuff off, especially the weeds. That's a hell of a root on a weed right there. Anyways, but there's lots of moisture in the ground. See that? You can make mud balls. So, but for our second pass, we're gonna cut her just a little bit deeper. And how do we adjust that? Well, I'll show you. Yeah. 1/2-inch wrench or Ukrainian wrench, left-handed wrench. And then slide that sucker, loosen the nut off, the bolt off here, slide this stopper up, so when you drop your cylinder down, it pushes on this pin, which disengages the cylinder at the setting that you want. So we just moved her up another, basically 2 inches. We'll go about 2.5. Tighten that nut, that bolt down, and we're good to go. Beauty. So I figured we were cutting about 3 before on our first pass, so now we're gonna cut about 5.5. Anyways, back at her. Talk to y'all later.
Alrighty guys, well, it says 1/4 of a tank, but I probably could have kept going, working on the second pass here right away. But I figured, I know I'm not going to finish the field with the fuel that I've got, so I'll just go home. It's roughly 6 o'clock, something like that. So we'll just go home, fill the tractor with fuel, and then we know we're covered. Come back tomorrow morning, finish it off, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna leave you here for now, and give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. How's you going this morning, guys? So this is what second pass looks like. And so we get big lumps, and then you hit them a second time and breaks them up into this kind of stuff. I'm still waiting for the soil sample results, and see that? It was rolled up, and I pull it up and the roots are all on top, so that'll help dry those roots out. Here's another one. Plus, with that double disc of ours, she really dried up yesterday. Holy. It chops the roots up. It doesn't just roll them up, it chops them up too. So that's always good. There's still moisture underneath though, right? Good moisture down low, so that's a positive. There's still some big lumps, but we'll come back and hit this sucker again. Once these dry down some, that'll all break down better. So, anywho, like you guys saw yesterday, we were disking away and stumbled upon a ancient native sex stone, better known as a fucking rock. That's a big bastard, eh? 10.5 boot. Give you an idea of what size that stone is. So I threw the bucket on here this morning. We're gonna remove this cocksucker, get it off the field like right now. Plus, there's this one, and I know where to dump them now. Once I get these guys put in their final destination, then we'll get hooked up to the disc and finish doing second pass. So I'll let you go for now, and we'll talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, I don't know, we got about 20 acres left here from the trees over there, or just to the other side of those bins. Just to the other side of those bins, to that point right there, to straight ahead, is all that's left for our first or second pass. Once second pass is done, I'll do 2 rounds on the headlands just to smoothen out our turn points, and then that'll be her for this field. It seems to be breaking up pretty goddamn nice. On average, there's still the odd greener spot, like right there. But on average, it's doing a pretty decent job, I think. And leave it sit for a couple weeks, and then come back and hit it. So we went northwest to southeast, and now we're going straight east and west. When I come back in a couple weeks, like mid-October-ish, then we're gonna hit it southwest to northeast, and then come fall or springtime, I'll probably be hitting it one more time in the spring, and that'll be directly north and south, and that'll also be the direction that we seed. And then harrow it and so on and so forth also in the spring, which will help smoothen it all down really nice also. Lift. Down, you bugger. There it is. So some of this stuff here is pretty damn green, as you can see, but it's chewing it up pretty good. And I don't need to get rid of all of the alfalfa or all of the grass. What I want to get rid of is the damn weeds. That's what I'm after, is chew those weeds up, get those roots chopped up and turned up and dried out, and then when we come back in October, we hit it again, like mid to late October, and work on have the winter kill, which will really affect everything. Use the frost in our favor. How's that sound? Anywho, I'm gonna let you go for now. We'll bring you back, I don't know, a little bit later on. Talk to you then.
Saskatchewan, 620 PKRM.
The livestock quotes are brought to you by the Weyburn Livestock Auction. Call Weyburn Livestock at 842-4574. Now here are the latest livestock quotes.
Good afternoon, cattlemen. Here's your HLS Yorkton market report for the week ending September 27th. With the last few days of September upon us, some nice weather is giving a great season. With that also comes the start of the calf run. With 2,427 head in the pre-sort and 433 in our regular sale, we ended the day with 2,860 heads crossing our scales. This was part one of our Charlet influenced pre-sort sale. We had a tremendous set of calves yesterday for trade. A job well done to the producers, and here are some highlights. On the steer calves, 417 pound tans 516, 491 pound tans at 475.75, 568 pound blacks at 434, 638 pound exotics at 401.25, 709 pound tans at 380, and 840 pound exotics at 345. On to the yearling steers, 849 pound steers at 341.50, 949 pounds at 321, and 1,033 pound steers at 301. Now the heifer calves, 426 pound tans at 421, 491 pound tans at 390, 568 pound exotics at 371, 621 pound blacks at 345, and 703 pound tans at 336. From the yearling heifers, 843 pounds at 317, 937 pounds at 294, and the 1,090 weight heifers at 263. On to the cows and bulls. D1, D2 cows 170 to 190, the sale to 194. D3 cows 130 to 160. Thin, shelly, older type cows 50 cents to $1.25, and our cows average $1.75. Big hard bulls 205 to 220, the sale to 227.50. Medium wrung out bulls $1.90 to $2. Bulls average 213. Next week, folks, is our part 2 of the Charolais Influence sale. With 2,500 in the books for the upcoming week, we are sure to have another great set of cattle on offer for the buyers. At this time, we'd like to thank Clayton Howard and Sliding Hills Charolais, the Weinbender family, for sponsoring the coffee and donuts at yesterday's sale. Receiving for the pre-sort next week is 8 to 4 Monday and Tuesday, and slaughter cattle being received Tuesday from 8 to 8. As always, thank you to the producers for bringing an excellent set of cattle to the yards this past
There you
week.
go,
Your
guys.
hard work and dedication
You got the
to
market
industry is
report.
appreciated by us, and
Have a good
quality
one.
is showing in the prices we're seeing.
There, guys. She's all done. I did 2 rounds just to smoothen the headlands out because that's where I was doing my turns when I was going back and forth. So, now to leave her sit for a few days, a couple weeks, and come back and see what it looks like. I should have freaking disked this goddamn driveway. It probably would have made it smoother. It's so bloody rough. But anyways, alrighty, I'm gonna let you guys go. Give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Like I said before, and fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later.